Hey folks, Ed here from Brain Pulp TV, and I am coming at you with the first of what will probably be about 2 or 3 opening videos, because once again, there is a new expansion out, Eldritch Moon, and today we're going to be opening up a pre-release pack. I, unfortunately, was not able to attend the pre-release. I had some family commitments over the weekend. However, I was able to get a pre-release pack, so I'm going to be opening this up, and you guys get to see what's inside if you've never opened a pre-release pack, or if you just enjoy watching someone open up booster packs, you get that too. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my trusty little knife here and try to cut this open without damaging the packaging. Yeah, I've sadly only been able to get out to, I think, 2 of the pre-releases since Cons. I think Cons was the first one I ever went to. No, that's not true. I went to one like ages ago, back way back when Mirrodin Block was first a thing. But yeah, so Cons was one of the first ones of the recent expansions that I've been able to attend, and I was hoping to attend Eldritch Moon, didn't work out, but I'm still going to be able to open up one of these pre-release packs. So, let's see, the sleeve, there's nothing inside the sleeve. Sometimes they put some sort of like poster, like artwork information in there. You do get a nice little deck box here, which is quite nice. Get the spin down counter. Now green is my favorite color, so I'm kind of happy to get the green spin down counter with this. I'll be playing with that for sure. And one of the things that you get is a promo card. Now, Soul Separator is my promo card, which is an artifact for 3. I'm going to try to make it so the glare isn't on the screen for you guys. You can pay 5 and tap it. Sacrifice Soul Separator, exile target creature card from your graveyard, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1. It's a spirit in addition to its other type and has flying. Put a black zombie creature token onto the battlefield with power equal to the card's power and toughness equal to that card's toughness. Did I read that right? Put a black zombie creature token onto the battlefield with power equal to that card's power and toughness equal to that card's toughness. For some reason that didn't sound right the first time I said it, so I'm not sure if I said it properly. So yes, nice little pre-release card there, Soul Separator. And, oh yes, in addition to the promo card that you get, you also get a double-sided foil zombie token, which is very, very cool. I think this is the first time they've done foil tokens before. So this is, you know, for me, I'm a huge token collector, and this is kind of, not a huge token collector. I'm a budding token collector. So this is going to be a really cool thing to be able to have in my collection. And the artwork is amazing, and it looks really great as a foil there. Now, the box that this all comes in acts as a deck box. It's fairly sturdy. It's lighter cardboard, but it's fairly sturdy. It's got a cardboard divider as well, too, for your cards. Has a little building a sealed deck informational guide there for beginners, or even people who just need sort of a refresher when they enter a sealed tournament like this. And of course, the packs themselves. So I'm going to open up Shadows of Innistrad first, and then I'm going to get to the new Eldritch Moon packs afterwards. So let's start off with the Shadows of Innistrad packs. So pack 1. And I'm just going to go through the uncommons and rares for the Shadows over Innistrad. Our first uncommon is Pore Over the Pages. You have Reckless Scholar. That would have been a nice one to have in limited play. Stone Quarry. And our rare is Foreboding Ruins. It's a land. As Foreboding Ruins enters the battlefield, you may reveal a swamp or mountain card from your hand. If you don't, Foreboding Ruins enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 black or red to your mana pool. And our flip card is Town Gossip Monger. So for 1 white, you get a 1/1 with tap an untapped creature you control. Transform Town Gossip Monger, and it transforms into Incited Rabble. Incited Rabble is a 2/3 human creature. It attacks each combat if able, and you can pay 2, and it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. And our extra card here is a rare, which is the Sage of Ancient Lore. For 4 and 1 green, you get a human shaman werewolf creature. It has star for its power and toughness, so I guess we're going to find out what that's going to do for us. Sage of Ancient Lore's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. By the way, Done this on Magic Online, made the horrible mistake of playing this with nothing in my hand, and it dies immediately, of course. When Sage of Ancient Lore enters the battlefield, draw a card. At the beginning of each upkeep, does the whole flippy thing that werewolves do, and it turns into Werewolf of Ancient Hunger. Trample and Vigilance. Werewolf of Ancient Hunger's power and toughness are each equal to the total number of cards in all players' hands. And then, once again, at the beginning of the upkeep, if player casts 2 or more spells, last turn, transform it back into transform it back into Sage of Ancient Lore. So, bonus rare, that's always nice. Always nice to get a little bonus rare there. I should actually separate the rares. Got the checklist card and a clue token. Man, my tongue feels tied today. I don't know what it is. It feels sluggish. So I'll quickly go through here. Our first uncommon is Cult of the Waxing Moon. Another Stone Quarry. Well, it'd be looking like, red-white would have been a possibility if I was going to be doing the actual sealed tournament. Morkrut Necropod. And our rare is Corrupted Gravestone. It's an artifact for 2. Corrupted Gravestone enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it, choose a color of a card in your graveyard. Add 1 mana of that color to your mana pool. And our flip card is Accursed Witch. This is a great card to get in Limited. It's for 3 and 1 black. It gets you a human shaman creature. It's a 4/2. Spells your opponent's cast the target Accursed Witch cost 1 less to cast. And when it dies, return to the battlefield transformed under your control as Infectious Curse. Actually, transformed under your control attached to target opponent, and it transforms into Infectious Curse. It's an Aura Curse enchantment. Enchant player. Spells you cast that target enchanted player cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, I'm having the worst time reading today. That player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And we have a foil, Explosive Apparatus, and this one looks really cool as a foil. Another checklist card and a zombie token. So we definitely got the tokens covered for us. I do not think yeah, there we go. Keep forgetting. Okay, so this is our first pack of this is my first pack ever of Eldritch Moon that I'm opening up right now. So let's see what it holds for us. Okay, let's set these separate from the Shadows over Innistrad cards. We have Repel the Abominable as our first uncommon, Somberwalled Stag, Abundant Maw, which has the new Emerge mechanic, and our first rare is Harmless Offering. Awesome. I love the artwork on this card, and I think this is such a clever design for a card. So for those of you who don't know, it is 2 and 1 red, gets you a sorcery. Target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. So there's a lot of fun things you can possibly do with Harmless Offering. Don't know how effective it would be in a sealed, limited sort of environment, but in constructed, there are so many different possibilities that I can think of. So I'm actually quite happy to get a copy of this as my first ever Eldritch Moon rare. And we have, as our flip card, Vilden Pack Outcast. So for 4 and a red, you get a 4/4 with Trample. You can pay 1 red, and it gets +1, -1 until the end of turn. You can pay 5 and 2 red, transform the Pack Outcast into Drone Pack Kindred, which is a 5/7 Eldrazi werewolf. It's got Trample, and you can pay 1, and it gets +1, +0 until the end of turn. And we have a checklist card and a spider token. Man, I love tokens. And the artwork they're making on tokens is just absolutely incredible. Okay, so our next pack. It's got nice packaging as well, too. It's got the nice, really cool purple look to it. Maybe I'm the only one that gets excited about something like that, but just the detail that they put into the packaging on this seems to be really quite cool. Okay, so we're going to just go through the commons here. Alrighty, our first uncommon is Abandon Reason. Emrakul's Influence. Emrakul's Influence. God, I'm Some days you just shouldn't talk. And then we have Weaver of Lightning, and our rare is a mythic. Excellent. Mind's Dilation. For 5 and 2 blue, gets you an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell each turn, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. If it's an on-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. I would have loved to have a chance to play with this in a limited environment, so I'm also quite happy to have this as just like a copy of this card for my collection. So I'm going to put that down there. And then our flip is Shrill Howler. For 2 and a green, gets you a 3/1 Werewolf Horror. Creatures with power less than Shrill Howler's power can't block it. Pay 5 and 1 green, and you transform it into Howling Chorus. It is a 3/5 Eldrazi werewolf creature. Creatures with power less than Howling Choruses. Is it Chorus? I believe so. Can't block it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token onto the battlefield. And it looks like we have an extra rare. Excellent. And it's one of the ones that melds. So melds with Gazella, the Broken Blade. But it's Bruna, Fading Light. 5 and 2 white gets you a 5/7 legendary creature, Angel Horror. When you cast Bruna, the Fading Light, you may return target angel or human creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's got flying and vigilance. This would have been a very nice one to open up and be able to play with. And it also has the text for the the legendary Eldrazi Angel, which I can't remember what it's called, but it would have, it's a 9/10 creature, flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink. Your opponent can't cast spells with converted mana cost 3 or less. Of course, you can only use this if you can meld it with Gisela. So excellent, nice little bonus rare. Always happy to get that. And a land, and just a regular old tip card. Okay, next pack. Feels like I'm talking an awful lot for so few packs, and I'm having the worst time getting my words out today. So we'll go through the commons. Alrighty, we have Haunted Dead, Campaign of Vengeance, Deranged Whelp, and our rare is Elder Deep Fiend. It is a 5/6 Eldrazi Octopus. That's an interesting combination with Flash. It also has Emerge, 5 and 2 blue. Emerge means you may cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's converted mana cost. When you cast Elder Deep Fiend, tap up to 4 target permanents. That'd be a nice card to play around with. We have Ulvenwald Captive as our flip. For 1 and 1 green, gets you a 1/2 Werewolf Horror. It's got Defender. You can tap it and add green to your mana pool, or you can pay 5 and 2 green and transform it into Ulvenwald Abomination, a 4/6 Eldrazi werewolf with tap, add 2 colorless to your mana pool. And it looks like we have a foil. We do indeed. Borrowed Grace. For 2 and 1 white, gets you an instant with Escalate. Escalate is one of the new mechanics as well, too. So for Escalate, 1 and 1 white, pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. And you can choose one or both. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn. Creatures you control get +0/+2 until the end of turn. So another foil. We're doing pretty good for foils, given how few packs we have. Another checklist card, and another really cool looking zombie token. And the last pack with Liliana on the front. We have Ruthless Disposal, Blessed Alliance, Mourn Willow, and our rare is Spell Queller. For 1 and 1 white and blue. You get a 2/3 spirit creature with flash and flying. When Spell Queller enters the battlefield, exile target spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Another card that I want to get a playset of, because I have some ideas for it in some of my decks. I play a lot of white-blue in my constructed deck, so this is a card where I really like to get a chance to play with. And I think it's got some interesting possibilities, but I guess I won't really know until I get a chance to play with it. Our flip card is Lone Rider. For 1 and 1 white, gets us a 1/1 human knight with first strike and lifelink at the beginning of your end step. At the beginning of the end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, transform Lone Rider, and it transforms into It That Rides as One. An Eldrazi Horror 4/4 with first strike, trample, and lifelink. A tip card, and yet another zombie token. I think zombie tokens make up the majority of tokens in the Eldritch Moon products, so not surprising that I get another zombie token. So there you go, folks. There is the contents of the pre-release pack. I wish I had been able to play in the pre-release. Unfortunately, that wasn't an option this time around. However, there's always next time, so maybe the next one of these videos I'll be doing in a card shop. Not exactly like this, obviously, but instead of just simply opening it up on camera, maybe I'll actually get to do a little update on how a pre-release went for me. In the meantime, though, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rares out of our packs, including a Mythic Mind's Dilation, Harmless Offering, which I'm really kind of excited to open up. Probably of all the cards that I opened up here, I'm most excited for the Harmless Offering, even though it would have most likely done the least for me in the sealed pool itself. We also get the extremely cool foil zombie token, double-sided foil zombie token, and Soul Separator as our special promo foil rare. As well, we'll be doing at least 2 more openings for Eldritch Moon, 1 fat pack, 1 booster box, possibly an intro pack, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So stay tuned, and those will be coming next week, or if I am doing an intro pack, that will be coming later this week. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any sort of cool pull stories for Eldritch Moon in the pre-release, please leave that in the comments section below. I'd love to read it. You can also follow and contact us on Twitter. It is @BrainPulpTV, or you can follow or contact me directly on Twitter @GeekTragedy. All that said, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to us here. May all your pulls be mythics, and I'll see you all very soon.